Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make this Vicky James inspired rose cup dress with a structured long sleeve, the cutest side slits, and a queen Anne neckline. In case you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get right into the tutorial. So I'll be using these bra cups to create my pattern. I won't be drafting any bra cup pattern for this tutorial. So the next step is for me to take the measurement of my underbust and my half length, which is 16.5. So I'll just go ahead to mark the points and roll them out. So for my neck depth, I'll be going down by 3 inches and my neck width will also be 3 inches. So I'll just use my curve rule to connect the points together. I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder measurement, which is 14 divided by 2, which is 7. I'll go down by 1 inch to mark my shoulder slope. I'll use my ruler to connect that point together. So to get my armhole measurement, I'll be dividing my bust by 6 and adding 1.5 inch, which is 7.1 here. So I'm just going to be marking out the point here. So I'll be marking out the midpoint of my armhole. So get your midpoint as well, which I'll be doing like so, and I'll go in by 0.5 inch. I'll go ahead to mark my bust measurements and then I can connect the points. So I'll be drawing a straight line from the chest line to the underbust line, and I'll be going in by 0.5 inches like so. So now that I've done that, I'll be placing my bra cup right on that point. So ensure that your bra cup is placed like this and ensure it doesn't exceed this underbust line. I'll go ahead to label this so that you understand this a lot better. So placing the bra cup, ensure it doesn't exceed the underbust line, and so I'm just going to be tracing it from that point I marked at the center front, and I'll just go ahead and trace this out. So in case you're not seeing it from that angle, I can show you this angle as well. So as you can see, I'm just trying to trace it carefully in order not to exceed that point. So now that you're doing this, you make sure that it touches that chest line part, because you really need the cup to sit properly at that side, and also for the joining of the queen Anne neckline. And now that is done, I'll use my curved rule again to trace it out so that you can see it clearly. And now that is done, I can go ahead to take down my measurement. So ensure to use your preferred measurement for this. So at the underbust, I'll be marking my underbust point, so make sure you take your underbust measurement. So I'll go ahead to mark my waist measurement, and I'm going ahead to mark out my bust measurement. So I'll just be connecting the points like so. So if you take note of where that bra cup stopped, I'll just be marking that point out and using my marker to to connect that point, because that's where the bra cup will be starting from. So as you can see, this is how it looks at this angle. So now I can go ahead to create the queen Anne neckline. So I'll just be creating and connecting the point from where that bra cup stopped, so that you can actually join from there. So this is how I created the queen Anne neckline, exactly from that bra cup point. So you should do the same as well. And now I'm going ahead to mark out my side seam allowance, which is 1.5 inches. So I'll be using my marker pen to trace out the pattern. And now that is done, I'll be adding 0.5 inches at that bra cup area, and trace it out as well. Then cut it through. So I'm cutting through the armhole part, and I will be cutting out the allowance on the fabric. So I'll just go ahead to cut out 0.5 inch at that shoulder part alone. So if you take notes, I like to cut out a bit of that edge part, because when you're joining it looks very slanty, so I want it cut straight. So now I'm just going ahead to cut out the pattern, and I'll show you how it looks like. So here's how it looks like. So ensure you add seam allowance at the center part. I'm gonna head to create my starting line and added zipper allowance. So my neck width is 3 inches and my neck depth is 1 inch. So I'm just going to connect the point like so. So I'll be taking my shoulder measurements, and I'll be going down by 1 inch and go down by 7.1 for my armhole. So I'll just connect the points like so. So creating the back neckline, I want to create an opening at the back. So I'll just be going down, for my half length, which is 16.5 inches. So from the center back, I'll be coming in by 0.5 inches to remove the zipper bulge, and I'll just connect the point like so. From the center back, I'll be taking my bust measurement and also my waist measurement. So take note of how I'm doing it. So I'll just be connecting the point like so. I'll go ahead to mark the midpoint of my armhole and connect it to the chest line. So from the center back, I'm going down by 3 inches from the chest line, and I'll be connecting the points like so. And I'm just going to be marking out 5 inches from there. So it was 6 inches, but I changed it to 5 inches. So I wrote this out again, and from that chest line part, I'll just be going in from that armhole side by 1 inch, and I'll also be going down by 1 inch like so. So I just want it a bit slightly curved at that part. So I'll just be using my curved rule to connect that point after I've drawn the slanting line of the queen and neckline. So here we have it. So I'm just trying to blend it a bit so that it will look aligned. So at that waist point, I'll be going up by 0.5 inches as well. This is also to remove the zipper bulge completely from this dress. So I'm just rolling it out like this, and I'll just be connecting that point to the zipper side. So that is where we'll be cutting from. I'm going to add seam allowance at the shoulder part. After that is done, I want to change the neckline part to a very very small strap, so that's like at least 3/4 or 0.5 inches. So this is how the strap would look like at the top part, and I can use hook and eye or just tie it at the back, but I haven't really decided yet. So you can tell me how you're gonna do that at the back as well. So I've just cut out the strap, and this is how it looks like. So I'll be joining it once I'm sewing. So for the skirt, I'll be taking down the measurements needed, which is the hip measurement. So I'll be going down by 9 inches for my hip, and I'll be rolling this out. I'll also be taking my knee measurement, so ensure you take your accurate measurement of the knee. So mine is 23.5, so I'll just go ahead and mark it and roll that out as well. So for the full length, I'll be going down by 60 inches because I want the dress to be really long. So I'll just be marking it out and also adding 1 inch for a seam allowance. Going ahead to label the floor length, the knee, the hip, and the waist. So now I'll just be marking my waist measurement and my hip measurement. So just use your preferred measurement for this. So I'm using my preferred measurement. So mine is 9¾ inches for my hip, and I'm just going ahead to connect the points like so. So remember, you can actually use your free hand for this. So for the knee, I'm going to be subtracting 2 inches from my hip to get my knee. So since my hip is 9¾ I'll go ahead to make my knee 7¾ So I'll just go ahead to mark that point on my knee. Now we can go ahead to roll this out. I went ahead to the hip part and slightly curved that point connected to the knee so that it won't be sharp at that part. I'm just taking the measurement I derived at the knee down to the hem. So this is how you're going to derive that pencil skirt, So now I'm just going to go ahead to connect the line to the knee, and that is it. So I just want to blend that part, the point connected between the knee to the hem part. So I just want it slightly curved from that point. I don't want any sharp edge. So I want to add like a slit by the side of my skirt. So I'm just going to be going in by 4 inches from that part. So I'm just going to be taking it up, to the derived measurement I want to use. So I eventually, started from my waist down to 35 inches. So I'm just going to be making the measurement from the waist using my 16.5 inches at the top and went down by 35 inches. So if you want yours a lot higher than that, you can do that as well, and if you want it lower, you can do that as well. So I noticed when I was taking the full length of this dress, I noticed I didn't add extra inches for heels, So ensure that you add, extra inches for that. So I'll be using like 3 inches heel. So I'm just going to be taking 3 inches from my heel. If you're using 5 inches, 6 inches, ensure to add that as well, so that once you're wearing the skirt, everything looks balanced. I've gone ahead to cut it out. So this is the front skirt. So for the back pattern, I've added the zipper allowance and created my starting line. So I'll just go ahead to mark out 0.5 inches to remove the zipper bulge, and going down by 6 inches as well, and roll it out. So now we can start taking down our measurement. So I'm taking my waist measurement, my hip measurement. So I'm still using the same measurements at the front, and I'm just going down to take my knee measurement, which is 23.5, like I did, and I'll just go ahead to connect the points. At the center back, I'll be going down by 0.5 inches again. This is to remove zipper bulge as well, like it would rest very well at your back. So I'm just going ahead to do that. So remember, we're taking out those points that I'm marking out. So now I can go ahead to roll this out, and that will be my starting point for my zipper. So now I'll just go in by 0.5 inch because I didn't do it earlier. So ensure you take note of that. So when you're drafting, make sure that everything is in place before you cut out. So now this is how it looks. So I'll just go ahead to curve the sharp point at the hip to the knee point. So I went ahead to draft out the remaining pattern behind the camera. So this is how it looks. So I've cut it out and I added 0.5 inch allowance at the top part. So this is me cutting through all the necessary stuff I need to cut out. And here, this is the back. So we're finally done with the back pattern. So I'm just going to go ahead to label this. So this is the zipper allowance part, and this is the back. And here's me showing you the full length of the back skirt. So you can see I've gone ahead to cut that out. And here's the front and the skirt stopper. So let's get right ahead to draft the sleeves. So for my new subscribers who don't know how to draft the sleeve, here's your cue to draft the perfect sleeve. So I've created my starting line, and I'll be going down by 4.5 inches. This is for the cap sleeve. So I've gone ahead to rule that out, and the next part is to take the measurement of my elbow, which is 12.5 inches. So I'm also going to rule that out as well. So remember, I am drafting a long sleeve. So now I'm taking the full length of the sleeve, and my full length is 24 inches, which is fine. So from the center front of the sleeve, I'll be going in by 4 inches, and I'll be marking the midpoint of the cap sleeve like so. So I'll just go ahead to take the measurement of my armhole, which is 7.1. If you take note of when we're drafting the front of the bodice pattern, you realize that I marked 7.1 inch. So ensure you do that as well. So now I'm going ahead to use my curved rule to connect this point together. You can also use your free hand for this. I'll be marking my elbow measurement, which is 5.5 inches. I'll go ahead to mark my wrist measurement, which is 3.5 inches. So now I'm going to connect the points with my ruler. So as you can see, I'm trying to get a curve from that armhole side down. And down to the wrist, I'm just going to be drawing a slanty line. I went ahead to add 3/4 inch seam allowance to this, and I'm going ahead to cut this out. And here we have it. And in my next video, we're going to be joining all the pieces we drafted in this video together. And if you watched this video from the beginning to the end and you haven't subscribed, come on, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe with your notifications turned on. Thank you so much guys for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.